welcome to another episode of 1911 Syndicate. This episode is going to be a little different.
Totally different.
And before we jump into that, we are a real estate company. We operate in Utah, Arizona, lots of places all over the country. We have a Patreon if you want to give us your money. We have a couple affiliates linked below, like Sly Tactical, best slings on the market. And if you would like to support this machine, 1911 Syndicate, please use us for real estate if you want to support us, I guess. Or just, like I said, Patreon, give us your money. So, do I need to cover anything else? That's kind of it.
Not really, because it's going to kind of wind up tying into the subject matter of the video. So, this is, we're going to try to make this an annual thing. So, I did it solo last year because Chris wasn't in town, which is essentially the idea of making money as a gun tuber. And I find the conversation to be a little bit fascinating because no one really talks about it. And it's not because it shouldn't be talked about. I think it actually should be talked about more in terms of, okay, what is it like to make gun videos? And sort of, we get questions in terms of like, well, what is your process? And like, everyone always likes to talk about money. So we're so we're going to answer all of that. Yeah. This video is going to be a combination of sort of our thoughts and just sort of our, in the last year, what has happened with the channel, and some questions from you, the viewers, and that's it. We do have Dog on set today. Fortunately, he's very tired right now, so I don't think he'll be rolling in any more actual shit, which would be nice for a change. So I'm going to start off with raw numbers on growth in 2021. So Instagram's a real slow grind for anyone in the gun tuber space. So we went from 9,700 followers to 14,000. Now it would probably be, I don't know, closer to 15,000 when this comes out. We're filming this early December, so it's just the way our filming cycle lined up, as we will talk about. YouTube, obviously, is where it's where bigger growth happens. So start of 2021, we're at 24,000 subs. At the time that this comes out, we should be about 64,000, somewhere in there. So basically a jump in like 40,000 subscribers. And I'm proud of us for that.
I'm super thankful too. Proud and thankful.
Yeah, if I can be honest, because I think it's fine to just go, hey, this thing's a lot of work, which is kind of what we'll talk about. And it is cool to see that people actually are, watching it and giving a shit about anything that we have to say.
And we appreciate it big time.
So here's the deal. I'm going to kind of give you my 2 cents, the natural progression on doing gun reviews and kind of how it works. So when you start out, as was the case with us, everything is very raw. Okay, so primarily what you're going to be reviewing is stuff that you either personally own or stuff that your friends and family let you borrow. You're not going to get responses from manufacturers, and this is a mistake that people make. Not that anyone needs my advice, but just, hey, my 2 cents. Some people try to start their channel too big, and they're like, it's going to be fucking crazy, and I'm going to get in touch with Glock. No, you're not. No, you're not, because we're not. So you try to go too big at once, and the reality is, look, you got to start and just get going with the damn thing. Pick some shit that you got in the closet, pick up a fucking backpack, and whatever guns you got laying around, borrow some stuff from friends, and just start going. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. Because you don't know these manufacturers, because they will not reply to you, your opinions are very raw. And in many ways, I would say your early videos are the most raw and honest that you will ever be in videos, because you have no attachments.
Correct.
You don't know anyone at these
companies. That's just common sense at the end of the day.
100%, right? But people don't really think about it. So what winds up happening is, if you're fortunate enough to start to get some people subscribing, you will have the ability to start sending messages to manufacturers, because it's not hard. Guess what? Most of the time I just do it through a company website. I go on XYZ Tactical Company and I go on their contact us page and I send them a message and I'm like, hey, here's who we are. Here's a couple references in terms of videos that we do. Would you guys have any interest in letting us do a review? Eventually you will start getting replied to companies, or from companies. Replied back.
Yeah.
And it's the most exciting thing in the world, because you're just like, I can't believe they actually replied to me. I mean, 2 of the first ones that we had was Cabin and Alchemy Weapons and Wilson Combat. Those are the first, sort of 3 that popped into my mind. Which
are not small companies.
No, I mean, super dope, so that was cool, and I own guns and like all those guns and companies. So what's going to wind up happening is you'll start getting some responses. You will get T&E product, testing and evaluating, test and evaluate product. and it will, have a 60, 90-day term on it or whatever it is, then it needs to go back at the end of that. Pretty standard shit. Oftentimes, yes, you have the ability to buy stuff, so if you like that and you're like, hey, how much to buy it? A lot of times you'll get a steep discount on stuff, and as you should. Like, you just put in some work to produce a review of who knows whatever quality, but hey, you put in a review, and most manufacturers will let you buy shit at a discount.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how that works. If you want to know as raw data as I can give you, I don't think I've paid retail price for a gun in 2021. Off the top of my head, I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I have not bought a gun from a gun store in 2021.
True. Which some people are going to be like, well, must be nice.
Yeah, that's not how we mean it. That's not how we mean it, though.
The back end of this, which we're going to get into more, if you want to continue with that, what it takes to get to that point.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big part of what we talk about here. Again, people could watch this and be like, oh man, whatever thing you want to say to us. First off, we don't really care. We don't get butthurt about comments. We actually have fun with them, which is why I don't really care about any of the mean stuff. I don't have feelings anyway, so what's the difference, And if to be as ruthless as you were in the beginning, that's just human nature.
Yeah.
Who wants to say mean things about people that they know? It's not that you're saying mean things about people, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
And the reality of it is as well, and you need to have some respect for any, I don't mean that in like a dad way, but like you've got to respect any channel that's willing to put out a negative review. Because I can tell you from personal experience that if you start saying negative shit about some company's product, it is pretty likely that you're going to get blacklisted from that company. Now, do I have evidence in the form of like being on a list to suggest that? No, I do not. I can tell you.
We have some good indicators.
I'm not gonna say the video this happened on, but you guys will get the point. So, we produced a video recently with a product that someone else brought out. That's the extent that I'm gonna disclose what it is. But so our video, our production, all that kind of shit,
everything
produced on our channel, comes out on our channel, someone else's product that they brought out. That person got a message from the manufacturer after that to say, man, awesome video that you did with 1911 Syndicate. Meanwhile, I can't get a goddamn response from the company for the last 6 months. I mean, that's comical. That's comical, right?
That's some childish shit.
And why? Because I've said bad things about something in their product lineup. I've said a lot of other good things about a lot of other shit in their lineup.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dude, it's fucking nuts, So like, here's my point. If you see channels that do negative reviews, have some it takes balls to do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, you will close doors by doing that.
By being honest.
Yes, that's correct.
Which is, honesty is the best policy, yet it closes doors for you in this situation. Well, and here, let me finish on this real quick. It's a bummer too, because they could have, say, they have 20 products you want to review. You did a bad review or a negative one because you didn't like it or you had issues, malfunctions, whatever it is, on product number 5. Mm-hmm. So now you're ghosted on 15 other products, which...
that you like.
Man, that's some childish shit in my book. But...
Yeah, so, I mean, the tactical industry is an industry of fake tough guys, okay, is what it is. It's an industry of a bunch of crybabies, okay? Not universal. I mean, there's a lot of, fucking legit dudes inside of this industry. A lot of dudes that are petty. It's like tactical high school guys, which is something we joke about all the time. So, anyway, enough lingering on that. Let's talk about money. I'm going to answer some of the stuff that is the most ruthless that you guys want to know. So here's your monetization routes for anything related to firearms. And I'm speaking kind of specific to YouTube, even though it kind of translates across the other platforms. Number one, and then I'm going to address each one by one. YouTube ads, so okay, YouTube monetization, YouTube partner program. Sponsors, right, whether that's channel-wide or individual videos. Paid videos, kind of a similar deal there. Affiliate deals, Patreon or fan donations, and merchandise. Now, there could be some other stuff that we'll mention briefly, but let's go one by one. Let's talk about YouTube monetization. Cool. So our channel got monetized June 1. 60 days later, it was down. And we still don't know why, and I'm not even going to harp on that because it's not worth, poking the beast on that. But it's just like, I mean, we don't do politics. We don't do anything on this channel. We've never shown gunsmithing, none of that. We don't sell guns. We're not a gun store. That's not what we do here. We're fucking real estate agents that just produce gun content. I mean, it's insane. So anyway, but just so you have actual real fucking numbers. So about $800 a month in ad revenue that was gone from that. Just in case you're like, yeah, how much was it? $800 a month. There you go. Cool. There you go. There's your real numbers. Sponsors. It is tricky, guys. So sponsors is something that we've kind of battled with, and I really don't have a great answer for it. So here would be my 2 cents from being a little bit on, on the receiving end, which is I think, yes, you can get channel-wide sponsors, right? Whatever. Grand Thumb's got, I think Brownells is one of his big ones these days. Whatever. It's like a sponsor for every video,
Correct.
right? So you have a channel-wide sponsor like that, and then individual sponsors for individual videos. Here's the biggest mistake that I see companies make: is you go, okay, let's just take. I'm going to take TFB TV, right? So James Reeves, who, in my personal opinion, best gun tuber that there is. I think he's got a phenomenal personality for it. Funny, gives you great information. I think he's the champ when it comes to gun tubers. It would be suicidal for a gun company, one of his sponsors, to come in and be like, oh, you gotta change how you do shit, right? And go like, here's how you gotta word stuff about our product. It's like, motherfucker, people follow him
for the organic part
because
of it.
they want him to be James Reeves or Chris Blau or whoever, right? And it's like, you see this, and I've seen this with companies where it's like, do it this way or don't do it this way, and it's like, dude, do you understand? Like, our audience, everyone's audience is smart enough to figure out when you're shilling for shit. So we watched a video last night. I'm not going to say what it is, but it was almost an insult for the presenters to think that I'm too dumb to figure out this video is paid for by a gun manufacturer.
Yeah.
Like, please don't insult my intelligence. Some people are dumb, but like, generally speaking, people are fairly smart. They know when you're being paid to say some shit in a 25-minute video about this subject matter, but it turns out, for 15 minutes we're going to promote this product. Like
15?
Yeah.
It was 24 minutes and 15 seconds.
I mean, it's like, guys, people aren't that dumb, right? So anyway, here's what I would say on the sponsorship side. We are completely open and actually seek sponsors, but we desire to do it the right way, where essentially a company comes in that goes like, look, we like what you guys do. We'd like you to promote our stuff. We want you to be yourselves. Do it, and like, do it good, but like, don't try to alter you. Just do your shit, And it's like that's what we seek. We have not found that yet. We're completely open to it. If you are a, someone in a company that sees this, you're like, that's us, then fucking holler.
Yeah.
Holler at your boy.
Holler at your boy.
So
you need to start making some money.
So paid videos. Here's what I mean by paid videos, like individual paid videos. Let's just say, I'm just going to give you an example. Pick a product. Save your bags, because there's a rifle bag right there, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they came to us and they're like, we want you to make a video on our bags, and we'll pay you $1,000 to do it. Okay, cool. That's what I mean by a paid video. I will go on record, as I did last year. I have zero issue doing that. Right. Now, there's a difference in because what I look at it from this way,
I know what you're going to say, yeah.
You're paying for access, not a positive review, okay? If you go, whatever, a Super Bowl commercial costs $6 million or whatever the stupid number is, it's like, well, yeah, because you're accessing an audience that is built and is enormous in that one moment in time.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, if you want to access our audience of 60,000 or whatever, it's like, cool. Yeah, if I don't want to do that review naturally, you can be like, sure, we'll pay you $1,000 to do the video. I might be like, okay, cool. It's still going to be an honest video.
Yeah.
I might say shit about it. I might say it's great. I don't know. I'm going to give you an honest review. But if you want to pay for the access, go for it.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, and I mean, because then as we transition to kind of the next topic of shilling then, because that's kind of where this comes in, right?
Yeah.
Like, the difference is this, guys, is you want to pay for a video knowing we're going to be organic ourselves, and you're going to get an honest video.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a sponsor coming to a channel, you should know that channel well enough, like, hey, Chris and Jake are going to be honest about it. So whether we pay them this amount or not, we believe enough in our product, should be a good review. Even if it's negative, we're not holding that against them because, well, they're giving their honest opinion. And opinions, at the end of the day, are like assholes. Everyone has one, they all stink. Now, keeping that in mind, you shouldn't be punished or blacklisted for giving your honest opinion, because guess what?
Of course not.
We can find a million other people that might have a different opinion. So it's a weird kind of technical game you got to play with that. And as like a sponsor or manufacturer, you're reaching out because you want our audience, the access, and for those individuals to be themselves, so let them be themselves.
100%. And
Okay?
if you're a smart sponsor, you understand that.
You understand.
But okay, so next one, affiliate deals. We say no to the overwhelming majority of these opportunities that come up. They come up somewhat often, where usually I get an email on the May 1911 Syndicate account. They're like, "Hey, would you want to be an affiliate in XYZ, whatever the product is?" I will tell you, probably 9 times out of 10, we don't touch affiliate deals. And because I'm telling you that, so you understand, like if we promote something and we're like, "Hey, we've got it linked below. There's a code. You save a couple bucks." We actually like those things, and we actually use those things. Right now, at the time of doing this, so Sly Tactical, mirror safety, gas mask that well, the review will have come out by the time you see this. US Elite Gear, I think those are the only 3. Like, literally, like 3 that we've accumulated in a year. That's it. A lot of others have been presented, and I'm like, I'm good, because frankly, I value my happiness over money, which might be weird to some people, but that's just me.
And if that is weird to you, change your thought process. Value over money, okay? Like, or happiness over money, because, man, you can pay me enough money to be happy instead of being like a bullshitter and talking about something that I don't believe in.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you could pay me enough, but that's
I get
20, 30 mil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Patreon, so like fan viewer donations, way harder than you guys would think.
I got
Patreon's a way bigger hustle than you guys would think it is. You would go like, oh, you've got whatever XYZ amount of subscribers on your channel, like you must have a ton of those. I honestly thought when we started Patreon a year ago and we had like, I don't know, maybe 10,000 subs, I was like, it's bound to be a couple hundred of them. Couple hundred? They were like, sure, here's $5 a month. No, at the time of this, we got like 80 or something.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy how hard it is to get people over to Patreon.
Which, do the math on that, that would be a great way to support channels. And I thought of this idea the other day. Say I had a budget of $10 every month that I could distribute to Patreon people that I support. Mm-hmm. Even if at this time, today, we have 60,000 subscribers, if 20,000 of those just gave $1 every month of that $10 budget.
Oh my God, I'd sleep great at night.
But you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
as someone who likes to support other channels too, I pay for Patreon subscriptions and stuff.
Yeah, so do I, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. Getting people over is really, really tough. I've been on some that then I unsub from because I'm like, well, you don't do anything for your Patreon. I mean, there's just nothing. Yeah. Like, you don't even post anything.
It's not even worth the $5.
There's that. On the merch side, I'll be honest, not really worth the time. At least as of yet, just not really worth the time. We will get better at that. We have not yet. That's about all I can offer on that. We will work on getting better. It's just a capacity issue, guys. That's the main thing.
That and like, on top of the 40 other things that we both do, I don't want to add your basement as a shipping fulfilling,
which it is,
and the time it takes to do all that.
Yeah. So to kind of bring it full circle, the only reason this channel really, is that me? Am I the asshole on set with this phone ringing today?
Not me.
I am. That's my bad today, everyone. The reason the channel is able to survive and get by, primarily, overwhelming majority, is because of the real estate thing, and that's why it doesn't bother me when people are annoyed that we put in that plug. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, be mad about whatever you want. It doesn't impact me. But it's like, that is how this thing gets paid for. I mean, I don't know. I haven't added. I probably should have added it up for this. Like, if you guys knew the amount, I mean, the tens of thousands of dollars that I personally like invest into this thing to have it survive, I mean, you'd probably be like, fuck, like that's a shit ton of money.
Let's break it down. I'm going to break it down real simple. Let's say you have a job that you make $50,000 at. Okay, you want to get another job, but this job you're going to pay $50,000 to work at full time and not receive a dime back.
Yeah,
that is,
you pay to go to work.
You pay to go to work, and people are shocked when I tell them that. And I'm like, guys, you don't understand. I fly up here. That's a plane ticket. Yeah. I don't work my other job while I'm up here, so that's 3 to 5 days potentially that I'm not making money.
Sure.
Right? And I don't mean to make this about me, but I need to go buy ammo to test a Militia Works rifle. Mm-hmm. I'm paying for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so people don't really realize that, and they think like, well, you get this and you get this and you get this, and it's like, well, I got a free rifle.
Yeah.
I paid thousands of dollars
to ammo. Yeah.
So
and we'll talk about how much free stuff you get. That question's coming. We're gonna shift over to Q&A here in a sec. But just so you guys understand, and again, none of this is like a woe is me kind of
not
thing.
At all.
It's actually not. It's actually to bring you guys behind the curtain, just kind of have you understand how the machine works a little bit, because a lot of other channels go through the same shit. Just so you understand.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So let's hit some questions. So what's the most annoying? These are from you. I should have written down who they were from, but I did not. So apologies if this is your question. What's the most annoying part of running the channel? I'm starting with this because I have a very clear answer on it.
Yeah, what's yours?
And that is the absolute ineptitude of marketing departments that run the gun industry.
I don't get it.
It's embarrassing.
As a business entrepreneur who has been successful in other ventures before this, as someone getting into being an entrepreneur, right, running their own business, yada, 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 like the amount of times we email a company and there may be 2 or 3 emails back and then ghosted.
Gone.
Dude, I cannot tell you how many times, oh yeah, we'd love to send you stuff, send out what you guys want to review.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a list for Jake, here's a list for me, here's what we need. Nothing. Crickets. A week before shooting, hey, we're filming in 7 days. Is that coming out? Crickets.
Yeah, like you said it was going to be here. It's not, is it? Like, what are we doing?
Now let's take this a step further. When a company reaches out, hey, we want to send you stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We start interacting. You reached out to us and then ghosted. I don't get it. As a business owner, if I had a marketing department that did that, I would be fucking furious because you just lost eyeballs and money for the entire company.
Yeah, most gun companies, tactical related shit, you should be firing all your marketing departments. You should. And like if you're a marketing department and you're watching this,
Step your shit up.
maybe you're one of the good ones, but historically, most of you guys suck at your job. Like, sorry.
To just go, anyways.
I can say that because I'm not being paid by any of them.
Nope.
Here you go. How much free shit do you get? Okay, cool, because everyone wants to know that. So it's going to vary widely based on the size of your channel, of course, right? And I think that it will also vary based on some favoritism and the quality of the content. I think those are some of the factors coming in. So I can tell you this, it's not as great as you would imagine. Tons of stuff that comes in for reviews, right? Most of which goes back to the manufacturer after that. I can tell you here's really like, it's not like a hard policy, but we're getting damn close to it, which is like, look, if I reach out to you, if I reach out to whatever fucking company, and I'm like, I'd like to do a review on the thing. And if they're like, sure, we'll let you do that, we'll send you one out. I don't have an expectation that you're going to let me keep that.
No.
Because I came to you.
Correct. That's unfair.
I came to you.
That's unfair.
I came to you.
Yep.
And so that would be ridiculous for me to be like, but I want to keep it. Like, well, then don't message them. Wait for them to message you. On the flip side of that, if you're a company and you're like, hey, you guys want to do a review on this suppressor, whatever, the bag of whatever the thing is. It's like, sure, but I'm keeping it. Because you're basically suggesting an unfair exchange of value. Essentially, all the value winds up in your court, and all the work winds up on ours. So
and
it's like, hang on. So you're gonna send the thing. You send an ammo with the thing or not? No. Okay, no ammo. Okay, so you're gonna send the thing. The thing's gotta go back to you at the end of it. So I gotta buy ammo. I gotta pay production costs, invest my time, which means that's time I'm not doing other things, and at the end of it, I have nothing to show for it other than a video that's on YouTube on a channel that's not monetized.
That is also for real estate.
Right, so like, I hate to break it to you, but if you're a manufacturer reaching out to a page, I can tell you if you're reaching out to ours, like there's gonna start being those conversations of like, sure, I'd love to do that review, but in order to balance the scales and have a fair exchange of value, we're keeping the shit.
And that's why the upfront cost to start a channel is, and it should be, you need to invest time to get some street cred to be able to do that. But as that starts to come down and the manufacturers start to come up, there should be an even exchange, right?
That's how I looked at 2021, which is like the goal really over 2020 and 2021 was like, we're gonna go hustle, right? And we're gonna make what I think is good content. I'm proud of what we do. I have no issue saying that. Like, I think we make nice shit, largely attributed to the people behind here. We just sit here and look like assholes. But a
hairy asshole.
Yeah, well, but we're gonna go earn our street cred that like we make nice videos and we bring value to the table. Some of which is tracked from companies that have told us like, yeah, your positive review, it moved the needle. Like, it sold some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I know products that are gonna be in movies because we did fucking reviews on them. Like,
and that's not an egotistical thing. That is a straight fact.
No, it's just straight data. I'm just giving you raw data, like just straight up. So anyway, that's kind of the point to that. We don't need to linger on any longer. Let's talk let's talk production. Okay, so let's talk production.
Yeah.
So faces that you don't see often. So Crispy in his shiny red jacket there.
I mean, it was shiny until I leaned up against your truck.
Oh, okay, burned. Yeah, good job. And then Buster in multiple shades of brown, multiple shades of FDE, kind of. So Crispy runs video so this is a question, right? So who runs videography? Who does video? Who does edits? Who does photos? And who are the assholes that talk on camera?
Yeah.
Lovely. We're
Assholes
the assholes
on camera,
right? So Crispy's on video edits, Buster's on still photos. So maybe because we had a question too on like gear that is both used and gear that would be suggested for like people starting up.
Yeah. I know Buster's added to his arsenal this year, so why don't you start with that?
Yeah, I switched over to a Fuji recently, a Fuji X-T4. Primarily for video personally, but it's ended up being a great camera for photos with these guys because it shoots a lot quicker in terms of bursts to try to capture action, like 3 or 4, probably 3 times faster than my Sony did.
Okay.
And another benefit is the batteries on the Fuji I would recommend too, because they seem to be pretty unaffected by temperature, which is awesome.
Nice.
Which is a big consideration.
It's
for
big.
us.
Yeah. One battery seems to work all day for me, and yeah, temperature doesn't matter, and like I said, the autofocus is great, the burst mode is great, photo-wise super capable, but it's definitely a beast for video, so that's why I got it, to shoot in 4K. But
cool.
You know, one of my favorite shots you got with that this year was of the world's cheapest pistol.
Yeah.
And I think that was a combination of the shutter speed and the amount of frames per second that you get from that camera. You know what I mean? So that was a really cool addition to that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's been a good one. I'm a big supporter now of the Fuji. The color is great, and it keeps up with these guys really easily, which makes my job easier.
Because we're so fast.
Yeah, because you're so fast.
Video editing.
Yeah, if I were to cover all of the gear, this entire video would be about me.
Well, we don't
and
want
I don't
that.
really want to do that today, so instead,
For the first time ever.
I'm going to go ahead and take Jake's limelight and cover his face with a list of all the equipment that we use on the channel. And then I'll cover just the main gear, the flagship shit that you see most of the time. That's the Sony A7R. I just rock prime lenses on that. It's the 28mm, the 50mm, and the 85mm. For audio, we've got a lav kit and then a Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. And that's pretty much what we're rocking right now. I just added the 6400, which kind of leads into the next question, is like the suggested gear. Yeah. Jake knows exactly what I'm talking about right now, right? 1/60, 2.0.
Oh, yeah. I know about apertures.
Mavic 2, I know that's the drone.
Nah, Mavic Mini. Not Mini. Shit, I don't even know the drone.
Just
Mavic
shut
Air.
Your face next time you try to contribute.
Right? But you guys also had the question, like, where do you start? What gear do you get? I would honestly suggest just any mirrorless camera that has interchangeable lenses. The budget for the mirrorless could go anywhere from, $1,000 to $8,000 for a full kit. Yeah. So start on the lower end and do what you could. I like Sony.
All right. Editing software? Is it like Final Cut or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I edit on Adobe. I think everyone's got a love-hate relationship with Adobe Premiere. It's what I'm familiar with. It's what's used in a lot of, big productions, but it's also very unstable, and you just about want to punch a hole through your monitor. So.
Well, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Cool. Other production questions we got was how much time and effort goes into making a single video? More than you would expect. So essentially, look, it starts out with a concept, right? Which is the notion that'll pop into one of our heads, like, I'd like to do a video on a Glock 48. So you go, okay, cool. How do we get one? So you got to say, would the manufacturer send it out? If not, cool. How do we have one? Do we have anyone that owns one? Do we have a gun shop that would let us borrow one? So you got to track down the product. Product comes in, you've got to go through, obviously, shooting it, testing, evaluating. Then you got to prep notes. I mean, like, Chris knows how psychotic my process is. So I mean, like, I have a packing list for what we need that day. Calls with manufacturers, like
holsters, lights, optics.
The easy part is today. Like, truthfully, the easy part is today. Pre-production is by far the hardest part on our end for me and Chris, and then post it is all Crispy and Buster at that point. Minus when we get an edit, I'll watch the edit, just give any edit feedback. And then it's adjust, and then then you got the actual upload, writing the tags, the description, everything. Then the damn thing goes live. Then we got to engage with comments from now to eternity. So I can't quantify it, but a shit ton of time.
A lot of work. A lot of work.
Yeah, on top of full-time jobs, and now times that by 8 to 10 per month.
Yep.
Because that's how many happen per month. So there's that. How often do we film someone?
Once a month, typically. We plan around because I'm down in Phoenix. We'll set a date. We will then buy plane tickets, and then from there, Jake and I talk about what we want to film in those typically 1 to 2 days that I'm up here. The difference is
We never have one film day per month, though.
we have. Yes, we have.
Maybe with each of you, but not total.
No, we definitely have.
The channel's always had 2 days.
It's always had 2 days, unless the caveat would be on some months, like in January, we'll have 3 film days. So in February, we'll have 1.
Yeah.
So that could be the caveat.
Generally, it's 2 film days, which, you know, it's a lot of time and everything. I got a headache and I forgot the question. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's okay. You know, we all have our
Sorry,
moments.
yeah.
Twinkies in the car. So anyway, usually 2 film days per month.
Yeah.
Occasionally 1 if we did 3 the month prior.
Yep.
And then I'm not going to directly answer this, but I'll at least address it. How much does it cost to produce content? Thousands a month.
Thousands
of dollars a month. So there you go. There's your answer on that. That's
Yep.
our production section.
Yeah.
That's some expensive rice, dude.
Ain't it? Ain't it?
So get the fuck out of the camera now. Go, get out of here.
What? Nah, y'all didn't even get to let me talk about the pre-production and post-production.
Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, I had a
That's fine.
I had
Okay.
some stuff
yeah.
to
I
talk
didn't know
about.
Yeah.
You know, because people ask about how long it takes to create content, right? And like largely that has to do with like 2 different film days. There's the production days and then the post-production days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So on a day like this, I think the easiest way is to just go through it like on a schedule. You know what I mean? I leave the house at 7 a.m. and then we come out and we film. And I'm usually, you know, we film 3 to 4, maybe 7 videos, just depends.
Ideally 4.
Yeah, 4 is the magic number now. But yeah, so we're out, we film, and I'm an hour from your house. So usually I'm not even like through my front door at home until 7 at night.
Yep.
So that's 12 hours.
Best case scenario.
And then if I'm dumping footage same day, it's easily another hour and a half, 2 hours, you
Yeah.
know? So 12 to 14, and then just like editing is usually just a regular 9 to 5. I do get a lunch, you know, have my rice, my beans, and, you know, so that's a regular day. And then usually those edits get sent over, you know, 9 to 5, and then an extra hour on a separate day to kind of do those revisions that you've requested.
Yeah, typically, you know, if a video is coming out on a Tuesday, it's roughly the Tuesday before. It's about a week. The week prior to the week videos coming out is when the edits happen. So, relatively straightforward there. So
Good stuff. I think that puts it, you know, with filming, like upload, download, all of it, it probably puts it close to 6 to 8 hours of video.
on your end,
You know, yeah.
definitely not,
It's-
including on our end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
I
you.
mean, shit, I'm probably at least bare minimum, you know, 15 hours of video easily.
Right?
Yeah.
For planning and like arranging. and
100%.
everything? Damn, okay.
100%. Think about the time to
crazy.
drive out, test shit,
True.
prep notes,
Yep.
hour call with the company. I mean, you add it up, 100%.
Easily.
Well, I
Logging
guess
shit in and out of FFL, shipping it back, like, well, probably 20 hours of video.
Planning out how you're going to
Yeah.
do it. Like, yeah, 100%. I agree with you on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So
I
anyway,
guess
there's
I
your,
got it easy then.
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, bitch, your job's easy. No.
Easy, dude.
It's just the talent all the time, you know.
All right, that's production.
Cool.
Next question. How many emails have we gotten from Olight? 4 to 6. Yeah, I'd say 4 to 6. Yeah, they have emailed us for sure. Nothing has amounted because we don't reply. What's the hardest part of trying to grow a channel? Truthfully, I mean, the gun company marketing department thing is a challenge, but the biggest frustration is the regulation side of it. The fact that you can be doing nothing wrong and, you know,
Get your channel pulled or
yeah,
demonetized.
the tech
or-
industry is just completely at war with our community, and you know that's sad. Best thing to shill for to make money, Olight, and any cheap Chinese products, because we get I don't know 4 or 5 emails a week on
From Ear Pro to
cheap chintzy bullshit products. That stuff, if you wanted to go that route and do like Amazon affiliate stuff and everything, yeah, you could for sure make money with it, but you compromise all of your integrity as a man. So there's that. Monetization versus independent sponsors. That's a tough one, because ideally you'd have both. You'd have actual ads running on your channel from YouTube, and you would have actual sponsors. If I had to pick, I would choose monetization, because they're not going to try to alter your voice
Yeah.
You don't have to plug anything. You just make your videos, and you just get paid your ad revenue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, both of those are kind of problematic.
How can I get better with videos and get more people to watch them?
So I think this is from someone who's probably starting up a channel
Yeah.
or like relatively new. Like, how can I get more people to watch? I have some. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I got some advice.
mine would. I still work a full-time job and doing other things, and primarily going to gun stores and doing stuff like that, and I promote it there.
Mm-hmm.
So that is part of the reason why we both agreed that I would do that, is to push the channel, but also starting a real estate business is difficult, and that's something else. And then engagement, I think we found, is you get in there and engage with people, ask questions, get in the comments when you drop a video, talk to people. Posting on a regular, consistent basis from everyone I've talked to is the number one thing, is consistency.
Has to be. I would say too, that is all 100% valid. Like, you really do have to engage with people in the comments. It's called social media for a reason, people, and it drives me nuts when companies don't get it. It's called post media and go be social about it. It's not fucking rocket science. So if you post shit all the time and you never reply to people's questions and comments, that's just called media. Publish a newspaper. It's the same shit. No one can ask you questions. So my 2 cents too would be, look, your thumbnails are really, really important. So that's like virtually every thumbnail you guys see comes from Buster, who was up here a second ago. And that's part of the reason that like we really like getting that still photography, is like it gives us built-in thumbnails, and we leverage the shit out of photos, and other companies leverage them sometimes as well. So thumbnails are key. Titles are really, really key. Your tags, all that kind of stuff. Like, you got to be smart and strategic about it. Like, and your production quality, like, look, make it as good as you can. Don't lose your shirt trying to make it good. But iPhone tabletop handheld shit is completely, like, it's just not my thing at all. It's not wrong, it's just not my thing. But just do. Too many people get caught up in like, I'm gonna plan, I'm gonna have this the amount of fucking people that are like, well, I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be the biggest thing ever. It's like, motherfucker, produce one video. Like, just pump one thing out.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We just started doing, listen to the feedback, adapt, go do it again, listen to the feedback, listen, adapt again, and like just keep going. It's not rocket science. I say all the time, I am not the most talented person on planet Earth by a long shot. Where I will win, I'm just personalizing this because it says is like, I will out consistency you. I will like do okay in things because it's like I'm just relentless and I just don't stop doing it. Even if I suck at it, I'll figure out how to get better. So if you're gonna get into the game of making videos and shit, get really consistent and just like treat it like it's buds. It's like you just gotta keep pushing through. Why did you start doing YouTube videos? Pretty obvious, the real estate thing. It was a very strange way to try to market a real estate business for the tactical community. That was it, under the notion of maybe content at some point. Yeah. Like, it's kind of a business within its own, but it was a very odd approach to market a service.
Niche marketing for a niche real estate company.
Yeah. And then last one, does the channel make enough money to keep buying guns?
No, that's why if you need real estate help.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I almost don't know how to answer that. I mean, like I said earlier, it might, people probably take it as like ego or whatever, but it's like, honestly, I haven't paid retail price for a gun this year, because I've really only bought shit that came in for reviews, and I was like, that thing's dope, I want to buy it, and they're like, okay, cool, it's 30% off or whatever, So, one, the gear that we accumulate, hey, we're getting it at favorable pricing because that's the nature of the beast. I don't know. I've bought more shit than I should have this year. I can say that.
Yeah. So, definitely. I mean, it makes enough money in the sense that we get leads for real estate, which then allows us to continue to do the channel, which allows us to continue to review guns and buy them. But
it's a hard one to answer.
Yeah, does the channel itself? Not so much.
No. So anyway, guys, we're going to do this as an annual thing. Maybe other channels do it. I don't know. But this will be something you can count on us to do kind of at the start of every year. And like I said, it's meant to be really candid, really conversational, almost podcast-ish, where it's like, look, we're going to kind of take you behind the curtain. You can ask questions. And I think we're pretty candid in this thing about like, cool, here's how it works. So you can always ask us questions. But beyond that, we'll do this once a year and just kind of keep you guys like clued in. Like, here's how this shit works.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your support this year, and looking forward to next year.
Cool. See you guys.
Later.